All right. Good morning and welcome back to Rissa Roams. My name is Mosey. Yesterday I completed a Prezi Traverse and slept so good last night. But because I stayed in the area, it's like, well, let's just go ahead and do isolation while we're here. Save us some driving time. So we're going to have 2 back-to-back 13 plus mile days. Today should be much more chill than yesterday, and I think my body's gonna hold out for it. According to all trails, this hike should take 8 to 8.5 hours, so I'm giving myself 9 and that should be plenty of time. I'm getting a bit of a late start. Just took my time this morning getting going after such a long day yesterday. Just trudging uphill right now. You kind of go uphill and then it'll even out for a bit and then uphill again. But taking my time, I will say it's kind of nice to be back in a green tunnel. Haven't really been in this in a minute, so enjoying all the green. Hello, Mr. Toad. Sorry to scare you. Hello. I was told to do this trail now while it's been so dry, because this is historically a very muddy, wet trail. I was talking with Ryman and Karen about this one, who I met on the Pemi Loop, and Karen was saying that Ryman did it last spring and it hadn't rained and there was still like 3 inches of standing water on the trail. So hasn't rained here in a while, so everyone said now is the time to do it, but I'll still see mud for sure. All right, I'm wrapping up the first stretch of climbing right now. So got a little flat, a little up, a little down, and then a lot more up left. I am definitely moving slower than I thought I would be. I'll make up for it on the downhill. But yeah, it's really muggy. That's kind of getting to me. I didn't have coffee this morning, so that's probably playing a role. And yeah, I'm pretty gassed after yesterday. Yesterday was a big day, but we'll rest tomorrow. Now that I'm not going uphill, I'm appreciating how absolutely beautiful of a day it is. Feels great now. Not struggling with the humidity when I'm walking on flat ground. Yeah, perfect day. Once again, September in the whites. It's the place to be. So I was really looking forward to the little downhill section before I start the last climb up to Mount Isolation. But unfortunately, the entire little downhill section has been a lot of rock hopping, which has made it slightly less enjoyable. So far, the second portion of the climb is very nice. Muddy. I've seen a good bit of mud already, but gradual. I think I did the math and it's like, I don't know, 390 feet of gain per mile on this next stretch, which that sounds lovely. Hello. Hi there. Bye there. I almost missed this one. Hello. Another reason I'm grateful to be doing this during a pretty dry time of year is this is about the 4th time I've crossed this stream, and I'm sure I'm going to cross it again. Thankful that they are rock hoppable. Right, so that climb was pretty gentle, not too bad. Yeah, had water crossings and mud to jump around, but not too steep. So got a little less than a mile to the summit. It's mostly a ridge walk, and then one, I think, short, steep little up right at the end. So yeah, good day. That's where I was yesterday. All right, sitting on top of Isolation, peak number 41. So when I got up here, there was a couple, they came up the Glen Boulder Trail, but they're going back down the Rocky Branch Trail, which is what I came up. They were asking me how wet it was, and I told them, yeah, you know, there was mud, but I was able to like rock hop through it, and all of the water crossings were rock hoppable, so like no issues. And then I showed them my legs, and they're like, yeah, you're pretty dang clean, so it's not too bad. All right, just ate a late lunch up on the peak, and now we're headed back to the car. Have just under 7 miles to get there. I think it'll go much quicker downhill. We shall see. I'll probably be finishing decently late, not sunset, but close. And I've got a long drive back to Old Colony, so it's gonna be a late night, but that's okay, because tomorrow we rest. So, moment of honesty. Today I'm feeling a little bit jaded. Like, I don't feel like I really appreciated today as fully as I should have, or as fully as I normally do. And I think, you know, I just need rest. But I'm just not in as much awe as I normally am when I'm in the whites. And today was beautiful, and the view was beautiful, but yeah, I've just been doing a lot, and it's like, I don't know, have I overexposed myself to the whites so that I just like, I'm not feeling it right now. Today just kind of felt like I was ticking off a box, which isn't how I want this to feel. But tomorrow we're resting, and hopefully that will help reset us. Today's the only day I think I really felt like that, like I'm just ticking off boxes and I'm not necessarily like doing it because I want to. So I think just having such a long day yesterday and then today being another, you know, over 13-mile day, I think it was just probably a lot, and my body is telling me to take a rest, which we will do. So we only have 4 hikes left after today, and so hopefully I will get my sense of wonder back quickly so that I can really soak in and enjoy those last few hikes. More thoughts here. So I was just thinking, you know, I was talking about how I, you know, wasn't enjoying myself as much. And, you know, that's because the last couple days I've been doing more than I normally do. I've been pushing myself. And I'm so incredibly proud of myself that I was able to do what I did. Like doing the Prezi Traverse yesterday, like so proud. But it goes against who I am. So my name is Mosey because I'm slow. I take my time. I don't push myself. And that's why I enjoy myself out here so much, is because I take the time to. But when I do more, when I push harder, I just don't have as good of a time. And so, yeah, just kind of reflecting on that and my, you know, trail identity. But things are good, and I'm about a mile from my car now, and then I'll get McDonald's and go to sleep. The most beautiful sight